Oh my goodness. Good morning, Gelser National Area. I am so excited to be on this Google Hangout this morning. Please go ahead and text me if you're on. I do have my phone in front of me, so if there's any technical issues and I don't know about it, let me know, okay? We've got Executive Senior Sales Director Nikki Hill also on the Google Hangout, who is wrapping up the trip today. So exciting. And speaking of special days, congratulations. We have two birthdays today. Congratulations to Mary McIntosh and Crystal Pounds. Happy birthday, you guys. June 28th. That's a great day to have a birthday. All right. Well, we're going to do a little bit of recognition on the Google Hangout today. We are also then going to, oh my goodness, I went over some numbers and they're so exciting. They're so eye-opening. I'm excited to share them with you. And then Nikki is going to share just some things that she has learned this past month and what she has changed up in her brain, in her personal business, and in her success night. So I hope that you guys are taking lots of notes, and you can come back and play this if you need to. So anyway, welcome, welcome. Okay, Becky Mueller's on the Hangout. Welcome, Becky. All right, here we go. Recognition for growth, because that is going to be the focus of our next seminar year. In fact, we have the theme already. Mary Kay's theme is the year of your dreams, just so you know. Just a little heads up, on July 1st, they're going to announce that Mary Kay's theme for the seminar year is year of your dreams. All right, so if you want to take that and run with that for your unit somehow, just so it's cohesive. And so our national areas theme is going to be grow into your dreams, grow into your dreams. And our focus this year is growth in three ways: new sales directors, Cadillac sales directors, and unit growth, unit size growth. So just know that's what we're going to be focusing on: growth in new sales directors, Cadillac sales directors, and unit size growth, because those three things will change everything. And I just had some thoughts about this morning that I'm going to share with you about some growth. Okay, so here's with growth. With one new team member into the computer right now, we have Jamie Lopez and Crystal Pounds, both of them their personals. With two, we have Mary McIntosh. One of them is her personal. With three, we have Trisha Bless. All of them are her personals within the last 2 days. Bronze medal, baby. Susan Riordan has three with her unit. Two of them are personals. And Tammy Cloud has three in her unit. Two of them are personals. Oh my goodness, working, leading by example. With four in her unit, we have Karis Gelser, and then we also have Nikki Hill. One of them is her personal. And the Nikki Hill unit has three qualified new unit members right now. One more and they get the $400 bonus, and gets a bonus upon bonus upon bonus with that one. With six new unit members, we have the Heidi Gelser unit, one being our DIQ Julie Francis and one being our DIQ Becky Clements. Congratulations. And with 9 new unit members, okay, leading the way in our national area, we have Amanda Collins. She and Karis have both finished the On the Grow Challenge. Amanda also has 3 qualified unit members right now, one away from the $400 bonus. Bonusing out, baby. Woohoo! Congratulations. All right, let's see. With production, over 5,000 in production. Here we go. Karis Gelser at 6108. Amanda Collins at 7616. Tammy Cloud at 8645. And Nikki Hill with 23,843. Woo! That's exciting. Congratulations. And more is coming. More is coming. More is coming. Everybody's bonusing and beyond this month, baby. Bonusing beyond. Like I said, on the grow, we have 2 women who have already hit that challenge: Karis Gelser, Amanda Collins. They are going for on the stage recognition, but every single one of you can hit this. I know Trisha Bless is on a mission to get this done with her personal team members, with recruiting with them, and with getting people from terminated status to active status. People who are inches away. 3, Susan Riordan, you only need 3 more to finish on the grow. And 5, Megan Cruz, you only need 5 more. You guys, every single one of you can do it. People bring production. Get committed. There's 3 more days. Red Jacket bonuses, remember those at the end of the quarters. And so right now we have 3 people who have earned the bonus. Nikki has 5 Red Jackets, so she's getting a $250 bonus. And Amanda Collins and Tammy Clout have 3 Red Jackets, both right now getting the $150 bonus. But there's still time, my friends, to get at least 3 Red Jackets by the end of the month. And you know what? I've had conversations with some people about this, more than one. So just think, if I'm not picking on you because it's more than one, don't compare yourselves to other people. Just do your job, okay? Building people builds production. Shoot, I forgot my book that I wanted to show you guys. I'll go get that in just a second while Nikki's talking. Okay, and here we go. Don't forget about the mystery night at seminar. I am so excited about the mystery night. Kim and I put it together. Seriously, even if you don't love it, just pretend, because I'm so excited about it. But it's a mystery and we can't tell you about it. Anybody who's hit half court, 20,000 or higher in the court of sales, half court of sharing, 12 qualifieds or more, or half unit club gets to go. So this is super exciting. All right, so finishing already 19 qualified is Jamie Riley. She is finishing the National Court of Sharing. She texted me yesterday. It is done. It might not be pretty, but it is going to be done. Tammy Cloud has 11 qualifies, but she has 2 new personal signed for the half court of sharing. Sisters, you can do it. We have multiple people who have finished the half court of sales. We have 3 women finishing the National Court of Sales right now. We have Megan Cruz, Susan Riordan, and Tammy Cloud. None of them have crossed the line yet. They are inches apart. You'll have to wait till seminar to find out who will be the queen. Ah, so exciting. Oh, and we did get some crowns. They are gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Okay. Star Sales Director. Congratulations to the 3 women in our national area who achieved Star Sales Director for this past year. Amanda Collins with 22 stars, Tammy Clout with 29 stars, and Nikki Hill with 37 stars. Congratulations. So proud of each and every one of you. And this is your year of the star, you guys. Stars earn cars. Be focused on that. You know, that $300 order really matters right now. Really working with your key people, people who are communicating with you, to place a $300 order between the 15th and the 30th, so they are literally on target for Star Consultant the first quarter. Because my thought process is to not only invite the half court people to the mystery night next year, but also 4 quarter stars. So that is a reason to get them excited about it right now, okay? So really working with them to place their 300 wholesale if they haven't already done more, even if they place 300 in the beginning of the month to finish their star, to get them on track for star now. You know, I really talked to our sister Shelly DiGiovanni, because star is the way to start, you guys. You cannot move forward without selling enough product to be a star consultant. You can't be a sales director without first being a star consultant, okay? And so it's really important that you're working with your people right now and they get the earrings. Oh, I should have worn them. They go with this outfit. Great. Sorry, they're really cute. For that $300 wholesale order. Now, the top 5 women in our national area with their units right now, the number 1 unit is the Nikki Hill unit, finishing the $650,000 club today. So exciting. The number 2 unit right now is the Tammy Clout unit. They will finish the $400,000 unit club, from no unit club last year to $400,000. Wow, Tammy Clout, we are so proud of you. Number 3 unit right now with $212,000 in retail production, from 0 unit club. You know her story, from missing production July and August last year to doing the $212,000 and beyond. Holy cow, congratulations, Amanda Collins. Now, the other 3 units, you guys, are within $1,400 wholesale of each other. So determine the top 5 is going to come down to the wire. Oh my goodness. Right now, they are Susan Riordan, Jamie Riley, and Cara Skelzer, all within $1,400 wholesale. Sisters, go for the top 5. I've already ordered your prizes and you will love them. And it's also a great accolade and it's a great finish line. You got to run for something, okay? Run for something. And I'm so excited for all of you who finished, you know, the 4 quarter star 14,400 points. I'm so excited for each and every one of you who did that, who are going to the luncheon, who have done half courts, who are going to the mystery night. You guys keep stacking the wins, as Sean Key talks about. Keep stacking the wins, and getting the On the Grow challenge is the next win. Okay, there's a couple things. If you're taking notes right now, I want you, and there's so many people who are inches away from the half court of sales. Like Kate Unger, I think you're seriously $25 wholesale away from the half court of sales. Hello. And Becky Mueller, you're less than 700 or something wholesale away from the half court of sales. So you guys check out your numbers. Find a place where you can win in the next 3 days. That's so important for you and your unit to win. Okay, I just want to share with you some thoughts. I'm going to go over this more next week on our first call of July, after our big celebration and recognition. But here are some thoughts for you to write down. On Friday morning, we're going to get that call information out to you. National Sales Director, Senior National Sales Director Cindy Gress is doing a call for Lisa Madsen, and Lisa has invited our area to be on that call about doing the double and triple star. I'm going to show you some numbers about that in just a second, but make sure you put that on your calendar. I don't know what time it is. It's either 10 or 11 o'clock Central Time, but we'll get that out to you today along with the call information. So it will be recorded, so if you can't get on it live, but that's so important, you guys. That's Friday morning. Now, we do have the Gelser area broadcast group on Voxer. And that is just with the Gelser area. You know, we also have our diamond one that goes to everyone and adoptees and everybody. Guys, that Gelser area broadcast group is important. I just want you to know that, because those are messages that are timely. I don't put it in the Gelser area Voxer because it might get lost and you guys leaving messages for each other. And so if you're going to listen to a message for the day and you have too many boxes and you're overwhelmed, listen to the Gelser area broadcast group. That has something timely in it for that day, that encourages you, that motivates you, that gives you information. If you're not listening to those on a daily basis, you will miss out on things, okay? So just so you can put that star, that say the Gelser area broadcast group is important to listen to. I put important messages on there, okay? Number 2, write this down. I need your power word for the next seminar year. It can be the one that you picked in January. I don't care if you want to change it, that's fine too. But I'm doing something special with them for seminar, and I need your power word that you're going to pick by July 5th. That's the last day. So if you could box me individually your power word, if you want to think about it and change it or keep it the same, that's great. But I need it by July 5th, or I'm just going to take last year's power word, okay? Your January power word, because I'm doing something special for them for seminar. But July 5th is your deadline for your power word. Okay, I'm going to go over that in just a second. Just so you know, we're going to keep the perfect tracks for the new year. We'll go over that on our next call. So just so you know, we're not changing up any of the perfect tracks. We're going to add a way for people to go to Mexico. Be excited about that through September. Okay, so we're going to add a way for that. That will go out on July 1st. We're going to keep focusing on what's your number with the bracelets that has your next size, because unit growth matters. We're going to have area calls again, area hangouts. They used to be the first Sunday of every month. But what has happened is sometimes on the first Sunday of every month, the month hasn't closed out. And so we are scrambling for numbers. And so we're not necessarily going to do it the first Monday of every month. We might do it during the week. I will schedule that by Friday, and you will know every night that our area call is for the next 6 months, July through December. Okay, just to give you a heads up on that. Let's see. We are going to do our mystery night again next year, so you can start selling that to your people. And I think we're going to add 4-quarter star to that so that they can be excited about that. The company is coming out with a great year-long challenge on July 1st. A great year-long challenge. I cannot tell you what it is, but be excited about getting on your In Touch on July 1st to find out what that challenge is coming out. Let's see. We will also be putting out a yearly schedule by Friday of when pace setters is, about when leadership is, about when retreats are, all that kind of stuff, so that you will have that in your calendar and you can put it in right away. And don't forget, you guys, Kim wanted me to remind you to pay for your seminar functions. The dinner, you guys, we are not making any profit on that dinner, sisters, nothing at all. We are giving you the exact price that Mary Kay's given us, okay, for that dinner. I know just hotels cost a lot of money. And then the director breakfast. And then, of course, the $15 for the after party. If you are an adoptee and you want to, and you're in the Diamond Seminar and you want to come to the director meeting and you don't have a national, you absolutely can, okay? Just let our office know. The cost for that is $35 for breakfast and the director meeting that day 0 morning at the Omni. And then if you are also an adoptee and you want to bring your people to the after party, you can do that as well, okay? And the cost for that is $15. That's also at the Omni. We're going to have a DJ. Cheryl Fulcher's husband, Larry, is going to be our DJ, and pizza will be served, okay? But just, you know, you can register on the Gelser area app or on the Gelser area website, whether you're in our national area or not, and you want to come to those 2 events. The only event that is strictly for our Gelser national area is our area night, which is day 0, our dinner. Okay. And so before I give it to Nikki, I just wanted to show you guys something. Okay, so Cindy Gress, I reached out to her, and she's the one that really talked at our NSD trip about doing the double and triple star. And if you're from her seminar, you know that it is the Gress party at seminar, like every other director who crosses that stage, and from the Gress national area, and from the Gress national area. And they just love seminar. And also, I reached out to Cindy, and I said, Cindy, what do your directors love about being double and triple star achievers? And she's, Heidi, they love the money. They love the money. Now, who here on this Hangout would love some more money? Who here would love some more money? I did some research on your numbers this morning. Okay, and I looked at what your base units did. Now, I actually took out the units over 100 to make it a better thought process. I took out Nikki's unit and I took out Tammy's unit. The other units in our national area range in size from 15 non-terminated team members to 73 non-terminated team members. Okay, so I took all of you from under 100, from 15 to 73. I took all of your base that's in right now. I took away your personal orders out of your production, and I took away your team members, your new team members' orders out of your production. The base for our national area was $2,200 in production, $2,200. And even those who have really low units, all of your bases we're at 900 or higher right now with 3 days left in the month. So what I'm here to tell you is there's nothing wrong with your base units. Nothing wrong with them. Your base is exactly where it should be or higher. So if you don't like where your unit is right now, it is not the problem of your base. Let's be clear. Your bases are doing average or above average in production in every single one of your units for your unit size. So let's live in gratitude. You know, as executive national sales director Pam Shaw tells me, Heidi, I always default to gratitude. I always default to gratitude. And if you guys know Pam Shaw's life, her husband, her love of her life, Jerry, died of Lou Gehrig's disease years ago. And then she raised their son by herself, and he has battled addiction, alcohol addiction for many years. The poor boy is only 21 years old, but he's been clean and sober for a year. She shares this with people because he's gotten through it. She's had a lot of life happen, my friends, a lot of life. You know, we look at her all beautiful and wonderful and positive. She is a fighter with Jesus at her side. But she said, Heidi, I always defer to gratitude. And I want you to defer to gratitude right now with your units and not be sad about what they're not doing, but be grateful for the women that they are and that God has assigned them to your units and that they are performing at levels higher than what the national average is. So get excited about that. So how can you change things up? Well, I looked at last year's July because you know what? There's 3 days. And what happens now makes a difference going into July. And let's be clear, this is not about July 30th. I want you to have paychecks on August 15th. And I looked at our production from last year. And you know what? If we don't look at the numbers, we can't be better. If we don't look at the numbers, we can't be better. Last year of our national area, 11 directors did not make minimum production. 11. That means you did not get a paycheck on August 15th. That means you started off the year scrambling, spending money on seminar, and then not having a paycheck in August. And that put you behind the 8 ball, and you were already playing catch up in the year started. I don't want you to do that. I don't want anybody to do that. I don't want our national area to do that. The reason we did not do Gold Circle last year is because of July. We did great. We did better every other month this past year, but not July. And you know what? That's not going to happen this year. That's not going to happen because we're going to be intentional about it. Now, here's the deal. It does not matter what your base does in July because your base is not going to do anything in July. So just know that, okay? Just know that. July is director driven. Be excited about it and take responsibility for it. And here's what I figured out. If you choose to work in July, if you choose to be on target for double court in July, selling $3,000 to place your $1,500, get excited about selling $3,000. Get excited about selling $750 a week, you guys. Get excited about profiting money from your sales. Get excited about it, okay? Right now, right now. $1,500 from you being on target for quarter sales, and then you recruit just 2 personal qualifieds. Now, I looked at our numbers for that, and for your personal team members, your average as an area is $1,000 ordering for your personals or higher. Okay, so get excited. That's a real number. So let's just say you and your personal team, your personal recruits, that equals $3,500 in production. Let's just say that your base does $1,500. Some of your base will do higher, some will do lower, but let's just say it does $1,500. Okay, so look at this, you guys. If you take that's 5,000. Your base does 1,500. You have 2 personals who do 2,000, and you yourself do 1,500. That's $5,000 in production. Now you maybe look at me and say, how do I need to do more than that? Well, you know what? Let's at least do 5,000. So figure this out by the 15th, okay? Do 5,000 by the 15th. But when 11 directors don't make production last year, I think we got to start somewhere. And I want you to get a paycheck. So when you take 5,000 times 13%, that's $650. Then you're going to take your $500 bonus, okay, for hitting 5,000. And then you're going to take $260 because that is just your 13% on that 2,000. Okay, of your new people coming in. You might have more base, that's your personal, and that's right, but I'm not counting that. That's $1,410. And then we're going to take another $200 just for your personals ordering, right? $100 bonus for that. That's $1,610. You might be saying, Heidi, I can't live on that. Well, guess what? You can live on that better than you can live on zero. Okay? You didn't make production last July, so we want to live better than living on zero. Plus, add your $1,000 in profit from your sales. If you sell $3,000, you can take $1,500 and place the order. The other $1,500 is your profit. Take $500 for hostess credit and expenses. That's $1,000 for your family. That is $2,600 as a paycheck as opposed to zero. Okay, and if that's not enough, great, do it by the 15th. Do it by the 15th. Be on target for that by the 15th. But you guys, do you see that how taking personal responsibility for your unit right now is going to change the entire course of your seminar year? The entire course of your seminar year. And I can't even count how many of you are actually on target for cars to finish in September. You have to have a good month in July to make this car happen. You can't afford to not to. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you jump on this bandwagon, sisters. I hope you jump on it because every form of recognition is going to be a part of this. How are you going to earn your bangles next year? You're going to earn your bangles by either doing 2 personal qualifieds and 1,500 wholesale. It's both and. Both and. We're doing double quarts, not just 1 quart, double quarts. Or if you're rocking with your unit, it's 10,000 and 10 new. That's how you earn your bangles. There's nothing complicated about it. 2 personal qualifieds and the 1,500 in 1 month if your unit's small and you need to work your personal business, or 10 new unit members and 10,000. Okay, you guys, what is it going to take? It's going to take a mind change today. It's going to be intentional today. It's going to do whatever it takes today. Because I know some of you are in a place where you're like, oh my goodness, I'm working hard and nothing's happening. And you know what? Nikki Hill has been there. And that's what she's going to talk about as she finishes up our Google Hangout today. Where she was at the beginning of the month, where she needed to go, what she had to do to get there, and what has happened. All right, Nikki, take it away.
Okay, well, oh, can you hear me? With my, okay. All right, so I'm not pretty this morning because I worked out and I'm gonna go shower and get ready. Okay, so where I was is, of course, I went to, I, kind of made some phone calls in the beginning of the month, and I was just finding out from my consultants what their goals were. And what I found out is nobody had a goal but me. So I guess I just kind of got mad. And yeah, I kind of got just mad. I guess I was kind of just sad that nobody had any goals. And so, but then I kept telling myself, I have goals. I have goals. And so I'm like, I have a goal, and it's to, find new leaders, and I know how to work this business. And so what I did is I was doing that 21-day challenge. And what I think I was focusing on is I was not focusing on results. And so I want you, if you take anything away from this Google Hangout today, you guys, activity is just activity without results. And activity does not achieve your goals, okay? And so I was focusing on activity. You guys, I made 100 booking attempts. I was calling old leads. I was texting them. I was calling bridal people. I was calling referrals. I was calling customers. And just focusing on that activity was making me sad and crabby. And you guys, I want to tell you that that's kind of how I was holding my appointments up until that point too. I was doing the activity of the party, and I was even telling myself sometimes at the parties I was holding, like in April and May, that I wasn't even enjoying them. I didn't like the activity because I was just focused on the activity. And I know that might sound weird, but I wasn't focusing on the results. You guys, results is what makes you excited. The result of signing a new team member, you guys, that's what gets your adrenaline going. The result of selling product gets your adrenaline going. The result of getting in an inventory is what gets you excited, okay? The activity itself does not have to excite you. but focusing on the results will. So I was actually doing booking calls. I had two of my sister friends, sales directors, come over, Allison and Jeanette, who's actually in DIQ. She used to be a director. And Jeanette just kind of looked at me. I wasn't dressed up because like I am right now. And she said, well, first off, go put some makeup on. You look awful. And so you're not going to have any confidence if you look bad. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, you just have a bad attitude. She goes, that's your problem. And I said, you're right. She goes, are you depressed? I said, I don't know. I sprained my knee. I haven't been working out. And she's like, well, you need to figure that out. You're not the Nikki I know. She's like, you're powerful. You're amazing. And I was complaining, you guys, because we did 850 last year and I'm 200,000 less this year. And she goes, well, what a gracious place to fall. She said, wow, 650, what a gracious place to fall. And I guess, you guys, I'd lost that attitude of gratitude like Heidi was talking about. So you know what I realized, you guys, I had stopped putting myself also in the space of people who make me better. And I just joined a Voxer group this month, you guys, with women who, Susan McCoy, Melissa Hennings, Mary Catherine King, Menina Given, just people that are my friends that I've gone on trips with and gotten to know. And some of them have already finished the trip, and some of us are just super close and some of us are far away. But iron sharpens iron. And we are encouraging each other. We are kicking each other's butts. I mean, it's just nice, you guys. You need to surround yourself with people who are beyond where you are and can raise you up. And so I just kind of have evaluated, okay, where I was depressed. I hadn't been exercising. So I started swimming. I went to physical therapy. I've started doing exercises that are helping my knee and helping improve. And I've been, getting stronger, and that's improved myself. I have been getting up earlier and just showering and getting ready, making myself feel better. I've put myself in the space of powerful people who are going to kick my butt when I need to. And you guys, from those 100 attempts, what's interesting is I just, just one would hold, and the power of one, and I coached it. I made myself a better coacher. I set up Facebook invites or, events for my hostesses. I did pic collages. I'm making one today. I just started focusing on the results of, I'm holding parties. Why? To find my next leaders. Why do we as sales directors hold parties? Duh, to find my next leaders. And so I started focusing on, what result do I want from this? What result do I want from doing this delivery? You guys, from doing a delivery, sometimes my customer Nuri, she's from Puerto Rico. I would deliver product because she was about an hour away from me. But in my gut, and I just kept telling myself, no, she's quality. I like her. She's my friend. She just got engaged. I wanted to meet her fiance. I've seen every place she's lived. She met me on my website 4 years ago. And I just was like, I need results. I want to focus on results. So with every delivery, I've been doing the What Women Want sheet. And I did that with Nuri. And you guys, she said, you know what? I've been thinking about starting my own business. So I followed up with her the next day, you guys, because she was a 7 out of 10. And then she signed up. And then I drove an hour the next day because I'm focused on results. And I like her. And she placed a 3,600. And then I had a personal party Friday night with 9 women, you guys. And I opened it up at our studio. I'm like, I'm going to be there. So Amanda was there. Her team members were there. They got a new team member. Nuri brought her best friend. I said, bring your best friend, right? Focus on results. We know that new people will recruit their best friends when they're quality people. So Zarin came. And she signed up. I met with her the next day, drove an hour, and she came in with an 1,800. And she has her first party Sunday. And I've just been focusing on the results, you guys. Am I building relationships? Oh my gosh, yes. Am I building friendships? Yes. But I'm not just focused on my activity, like, okay, go make 1 million phone calls. No, I'm focusing on getting the bookings. I'm focusing on getting the bookings to hold, the results. I'm focusing on getting my next recruits. I've been doing face-to-face career chats with people. You guys, I love that What Women Want sheet. That's my only marketing that I've been doing at my parties. I go through it at the top. I personalize those 6 qualities that high achieving women are looking for. I share personal stories with those 6 qualities. And then I go through that sheet and I answer their questions, and I give them 2 tickets for asking each question. And I'm getting people more excited. I'm scheduling coffees with people. I met a person the other day and she said, Nikki, your name is Kristen. She has a party for me on Sunday. And in the afternoon, after Zarin's party at 1, I have one at 4:30. 6:30. So you guys, if people are in town this weekend and you're willing to work, I'm willing to work because I'm focused on results. And so what happened is I met with Kristen yesterday for coffee, and she said, Nikki, when I sat down with you, because I give them, the What Women Want sheet, I give them the fast, fun facts. I follow up within 24 to 48 hours. I give them that deadline or they don't get their half off item. And I tell them that, no, this is a deadline. And I set up that specific time, and then I set up coffee with the people. I ask them what more information they would like. And she said at the end of the coffee, she said, Nikki, I was going to tell you I wasn't interested at all. She said, but just getting to know each other and spending this time with each other, I think I might do it. I'm following up with her tomorrow. And I just told her, I said, well, your party on Sunday would be yours if you signed up ahead of time. And you guys, what I've been really praying when I go into appointments is, God, just make me really listen to what this woman is saying. Let me really listen. Let me really get to know her and build relationships. And what I've been doing, you guys, I've been listening to myself. Last night at our meeting, we watched my seminar speech from last year because I think sometimes we forget how good we are and who we are. And so before that, I listened to my 3 Ps that you could download from Career Conference. I have that CD. Before I did my business planning session with Nuri and Zarin, I listened to my Career Conference speech when we were #1 in Michigan. So I've just been listening to myself. And you guys, sometimes, that's what your affirmations are. You're listening to yourself and you're telling yourself how to work. So what's been exciting too is when we have people at our meetings, what Amanda and I did is you guys, when I did like my tour in Wisconsin, I was in Wisconsin, actually in May, you guys, I was in Miami, I was in Texas, I was in Wisconsin, I was in Michigan. When I went to Michigan, I watched my friend Stephanie Wennard sales meetings. And you guys, when I go to events like that, when I go to Jump Starts, I don't just go to hang out. I go to become better, to look at the results. And you guys, the result of her meeting was she had a lot of people there. Okay. And they signed people up and they were excited. And at that time, Amanda and I mean, our meetings weren't very exciting. We didn't have a lot of people showing up. And so once again, I looked at the results. And so if you want different results, you got to sometimes change things up. And so what Stephanie did at her meeting and what Amanda and I have started doing is, you guys, I had people that would come into meetings, not necessarily ours, but across the country, and your consultants aren't the best coachers, let's be honest. And so they don't coach them that they're coming to a Monday night meeting or whenever you have meetings to get facials that, oh, it's a sales meeting. There's going to be recognition. There's going to be marketing. I mean, they get confused. And so I had very sad consultants across the country who were like, oh, my guest just left. And you guys, we know how to manage that emotional wheel better than others. And I would explain, hey, it's not just you or whatever, but we had to get better. We had to get better at this. I don't want people to show up to a meeting and leave. I mean, that's just crazy. So what I observed with Stephanie is, you guys, if you tell somebody that they're going to get a facial on a Monday night, well, then they need to get a facial immediately. Okay, immediately. So from 6, and you guys, we've had no issue with this. And we live in Houston where traffic's awful. We have had no issue with this. Consultants arrive by 5:45 if they have guests. Now, we've just been having the consultant do the guests themselves because it's been really Angie who's going to be going into DIQ. And Amanda and I are going to be working on this. We might even be able to separate and do new consultant training, in this mindset, have somebody to do facials and do season training. Heidi?
I love that you called on me. When I was thinking about this, Nikki, I think it's so smart that you have the consultants do their own guests from 6 to 6:30, because then they're comfortable with their guests and their guests are comfortable with them. So
and they're the ones booking them. They're the ones booking them.
Exactly. So even if after you do the recognition and then you come back and a sales director does it or a DIQ does the rest of it so the consultant go to training, at least they've started off with their initial consultant, then they feel comfortable, not like, oh, what am I doing? Who am I with? So I think that's brilliant to have the consultant do the first part of it at least.
Okay. And that's smart. That's wise. Yeah. So from 6 to 6:30, Amanda and I are greeting people. And then the consultant, which is great, you guys. Yeah, the consultant is doing their own facials because they know how to do them. From 6 to 6:30, they're doing introductions during satin hands and lips. And we did this one night, and then I sat down with Angie and Amanda and really coached, and then I made like an agenda up, and I have it typed up actually that I can send you. But so from 6 to 6:30, they go do satin hands and lips, and they do introductions. Then they come back in and they simply do up to CC cream for that half an hour. So, you know, they do the miracle set, they do microderm on the back of their hand or nose or whatever you decide to do, you know, firming eye cream, foundation primer, CC cream. So they have like some foundation on when they come back. And then at 6:30, we start recognition. And if you've seen our meetings on Facebook, you know, Amanda and I have been coming in with boxing gloves and everything. Do you guys know that that is very powerful? That is actually one of the reasons that Nuri signed up. She said, Nikki, I've been watching your posts on Facebook. You guys seem like you have a lot of fun. And last night was actually her first sales meeting. And so you guys, people are watching what you're doing and you have no idea who's watching. So just a thought. Facebook Live is very cool, especially from your sales meetings, you guys. That's a sales meeting. You know, people go to sales meetings every day in their careers and they're not fun. Okay, so anyways, then from 6:30 to 7, we do recognition. And it's just, you know, normal recognition, what y'all do. And then we do, and then the guests go back at from 7 to about 7:45. They go back in and we do training. And so like last week, Amanda took new consultants out and I did seasoned consultant training. Last night, we all stayed together. So you guys can decide what you want to do with that. But from 7 to 7:45, then Angie took our guests like last night, and the first thing they did is they went back and did referrals. Now, what we found is because they watched the recognition, they asked so many questions. I mean, their questions are just awesome. So Angie's answering questions, you know, while they're finishing and doing it. So they do referrals. They schedule their follow-up right then and there because in case they have to leave early, you know, you want to get that follow-up. You can lose the sale at that time, but not the follow-up. So, and then they did the dash out the door look, okay? And then she does the table close with the set sheets. And then she does the what women want sheet out there, okay? And that all takes about 45 minutes, 40 minutes. And then they come back in and they parade in and they stand up front and we ask them what they liked the best. Usually I'll ask them like if they, you know, who scheduled their follow-up, we'll give them more tickets or something, you know. And then we, like last night, like Amanda had the what women want sheet. So then what we do at that point is we give them more tickets if Angie already didn't or whoever's doing facials didn't. And we answer their questions right then and there in front of the consultants because it's training. You guys are teaching your consultants how to overcome objections. And like last week or the week before, I even asked the consultants, I say, how would you answer this question? Okay, so-and-so has this question. Okay, who wants to answer that question? And I kind of called on the consultants to answer their questions because that builds their confidence. And then, you guys, we've almost been signing everybody from every single meeting by doing it this way. And then we just look at their scale and I'm like, shut up, are you a 10? You know, we did that last week, Rochelle. Angie pinned her last night. You guys, she was a guest last week. And I looked at her sheet and she was like a 9. And after we answered her questions, I just was bold, you guys. That's one of my values. I'm like, be bold. So I just said, Rochelle, are you gonna do it? And she goes, I am, yay. Okay. And then Angie got to pin her last night. So, but they feel comfortable. They're not put out that it's a sales meeting because they weren't tricked or feel that way because they were booked for a facial, you guys, and at 6 o'clock they came for a facial. And then all we say is, oh, we're just going to go into the other room real quick. You're going to watch recognition, and they leave again. And you guys, it just creates that. I loved it. I loved learning that when I went to Stephanie's meeting in Michigan, and it was just, you guys, how the people are feeling. They're booking follow-ups into it. Actually, it's a you know, we're done by about 8:15. 8:20, and that still gives the consultant then time to individually close the guests with sales. Because at that point, you know, the marketing's closed, you guys, you know, they booked their follow-up, they've done their referrals, they've done their set sheet, and then it's just individually closing people at the end. And I'm going to see if like Amanda sent me any messages or anything. Oh, she's working. I was going to say if she wanted to add anything, but okay. So, but I love it. And I do have it all typed up. So I'll email it to Heidi and she can send it to you. But it's amazing, you guys, and it's fun. And you know what? I started enjoying my meetings again, and they were exciting, and the training's good, and the consultants have loved it, you guys. They just have really, really loved it, and the guests have too. So I think that's it. So have a great attitude, you guys. Do what you have to do to have a great attitude, but focus on the results. The results, you guys, is you're business owners, and just doing the activity, I'm sorry, but it's not going to make you any money. And it's not going to change any lives either. It is what can you do to get the results that you need to really grow your business, especially in these next 3 days.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness, Nikki, I have pages of notes. Since we don't have anyone here to affirm you, I will affirm. You guys affirm her on Voxer, please, like in front of everyone. Do it on the Diamond Circle Voxer or the Gelzer Area Voxer so we can all hear your affirmations for her and what you got from this, because that will intrigue other people to watch this Hangout. Everybody needs to watch this Hangout. Nikki, what I learned from you is not just the activity. Sean Key has always said directors need to be results driven. And then how you did that, and how you were willing to listen to your director friends who said to you, you know what, you need to change your attitude, shower, get up, do something, but that you were willing to listen to them, but that they were bold enough to speak to you. I need to call them up and say thank you for that. But then you changed. You didn't take offense to it. You said, okay, what do I need to do better? You changed who you hung out with. I've been talking to some people about this. Be careful of who's speaking into you. Be careful of who you're talking to. And that's so huge with the people that you trust. And it's not just the people who are above you on the scoreboard. It's the people that you respect morally. It's the people that you respect their families. It's the people that you respect their lifestyles, not just the scoreboard. You became a better coacher. You said, what do I have to do better? So you were willing to do the Facebook and the pic collages, things that aren't so easily done, but you were willing to do that. Building relationships. Listening to yourself, you guys. I just listened to Nikki's career conference training the other day, and I boxed her immediately and I said, you need to listen to yourself. You are so good. You got to remind yourself of who you are. If you guys listen to yourself, start recording yourselves. Your training is phenomenal. You are some of the best trainers and motivators in all of Mary Kay. Are you taping yourself, and are you listening to yourself? Do that, you guys. Holy cow, what else did you say, Nikki? And I loved your success night. When I went to your success night in the middle of the month, I'm like, this is genius. But you got that from another director in Michigan. You went there to work with your people, but you learn from that person. You guys, as leaders, we are always going to learn, how can I be better? And that's what you did, Nikki. And I think it's brilliant. Kim and I were even talking about that when I was talking to her about your meeting, that you have the consultants facial their own people from 6 to 6:30. That creates that relationship. That creates comfortableness. They're not with a stranger. And then you can have someone come back and do it. And your guests there that night when I was there, holy cow, they loved the recognition. They were going back to Angie Riley, and they were just talking the whole time. And they came back into the room and they were psyched. So thank you for emailing that to us. I think this is a game changer. But I love that you shared that you had you put out 100 messages, you put out 100 phone calls, and you didn't get a booking. And you just needed to change your thought process. Just needed to change that thought process. So Nikki Hill, you make us better. And we're so excited about your future. So excited. And everyone's texting me saying, I need to hang out with Nikki more. You absolutely do, you guys. You paid the price to be in the presence of powerful people. That's why you go on the stupid mystery night. It's not because of the mystery night. It's because of the people that you're hanging out with, that you get to rub shoulders with Nikki with whatever we're doing. You get to rub shoulders with the court of sales people. You get to rub shoulders with the court of sharing people. Are you selling that to your people? It's not you get to rub shoulders with me. Sisters, we're good in this business, but if we don't hang out with the right people, we're not going to be as good. Are you getting this? It matters who you're hanging out with. You know what? It matters if you're communicating. It matters if you show up to events by yourself. That's fine. Nikki, when I was there, did you even have any personal guests or consultants at your meeting?
No, I had. I was so mad. I had like maybe 2 consultants there, and I'm like, seriously? But then you know what? It helped my brain, because I'm like, if they're not going to show up for Heidi, it's just because they're not willing to show up for themselves.
Right.
So, right. You know what? And that's, and God gives me things. I just realized it's about myself. Sometimes he allows things to happen to make me mad, because I think he just knows that motivates me, because this business works. This business is amazing. And, And sometimes I just have to say, you know what, just because you're not going to show up doesn't mean I'm not going to. You know, just because you're not going to communicate with me doesn't mean I'm not going to. And so yeah, you guys got to get mad. You just got to prove it to yourselves this business works. And it so does. I mean, if I hadn't worked this month and continued to work, you know, we wouldn't be going to Rome. So
your base is not doing this production this year.
No, because they don't have any goals. They don't care. I do some, and I can spur them on this today. And I got, you know, I will get in the 15 orders I need today.
Yeah. But you personally have done a $1,500 order. You brought in a 36 who brought in an 18.
Yes.
That's a ton of production, you guys, that is not coming from the base. And that's a ton of production that has
my goal is to bring in, and I still am signing people today and tomorrow still. And my goal, by being in this Voxer group with my friend Susan McCoy, she said, you personally need to do 10,000. And I said, that is what I need. I said, personally, with myself and the people I bring in, I need to hit 10,000. And that's what I've been tracking. And so, yeah, I'll hit 1,500 myself today. And I also wanted to be on target, even though it doesn't count for this year. I wanted to be on target for quota sales and quota sharing and get that habit built this month. And so that was my vision, my goal as well. And so, yeah, 1,500 plus 3,600 plus 1,800. I don't know how much that is, but I mean, I will finish up personally adding 10,000 new, which I knew I needed to do because somebody told me.
Leaders take personal responsibility of everything, you guys, of our emotional management, of our physical management, of our business management. And just so you heard this, Nikki didn't do it by herself. I mean, she listened to mentors. You guys, no one's on an island. Just let's be clear. No one's on an island in this national area, whoever's on this Google Hangout. You have all of us, and you'll also have sister sales directors across the country who aren't in our national area, who are there to build each other up, and we will do that. And so, you guys, as we finish up today, powerful. If you're not ready to finish these last 3 days, well, you are, because you're on this Google Hangout. The people who are on this Hangout are watching it recorded. You're ready to finish. That's it. You know what? I was asking our friend Amy Gamboyan, what should we read as our next book? And she gave me some great ideas, as exactly Amy does. But you know what, you guys? Sometimes you got to trust your gut. And so this is what we're going to start reading. The Mary Kay Way. The Mary Kay Way. I started reading it this morning, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is one of the best leadership. This is the best leadership book I've ever read. And most of you have never read it before. And if you have, you haven't read it in the last year because I haven't. And so you know what? Pull out your copy of The Mary Kay Way. If you don't have it, order it. We're going to study this book because you know what? We're going to grow into our dreams by following the woman who created this dream company. There's no better person to follow. And as I read the introduction again this morning, it's crazy, but she said this. She said, listen, you guys, Mary Kay was angry when she quit her 25-year career in the other direct selling business. She said, I also knew that repressed anger was unhealthy. Some of you have been angry. We've all been angry, but Mary Kay knew that repressed anger was unhealthy. For years, I had prided myself on being a positive person, and here I was full of negative thoughts. Mary Kay was full of negative thoughts. To ward off those feelings, I decided to make a list of all the good things that happened to me during the previous 25 years. He defaulted to gratitude. Forcing myself to think positively did wonders for my spirit. Slowly, my enthusiasm returned, and I got excited again. And then this is what she said. She said this, and oh, where is it? This is Mary Kay's words. Unlike many people who start a new business, she said money was not my prime motivation. Not that I was so well off that it wasn't a consideration. In fact, I had put my lifetime of savings on the line. This business had to succeed, but I wanted to grow women. That's what this business is about. Activity focus, like Nikki said, focusing on relationships, focusing on the results, and it will happen. You guys, there's 3 days left to go. And as each and every one of you know, miracles happen when you work. You are on this Google Hangout. You are dedicated to growing yourself and to growing others. This is the year of growing into your dreams. Lisa Madsen's call, I just got confirmation, is 11 a.m. Central Time, Friday morning. We'll box the number out to you. Goodbye, everybody. I love you. I believe in you. Nikki, amazing. Bye.